I've got a really good one for you this week. City on Fire is an excellent crime novel. It's got all the things you'd expect in one of these things. It's got family loyalty, family betrayal, power struggles, and of course, to suit me, it's got a healthy dose of violence. Be honest, I could hardly put this book down. It's the story of a war between rival gangs in the 1980s in a place called Dogtown that seems to be in Providence, Rhode Island. One gang is Irish, the other is Italians. The two gangs had coexisted mostly for a long time, and they made their livings in the usual way: racketeering, hijacking, extortion, prostitution, the occasional killing. And then a beautiful woman from California enters the mix and upsets that equilibrium. First, she starts out as the girlfriend of one of the Italians, and then she hooks up with one of the Irishmen, and all hell breaks loose. The story is told from the point of view of one of the junior members on the Irish side. His name is Danny Ryan, and he's someone that you've met in other Don Winslow novels, like The Force and The Power of the Dog. And he's what I guess you'd call morally ambiguous. He wants to do good, but he finds he's got to do bad things to get good things done. And like some of the other characters like him in Winslow's other books, he's a fallen away Catholic and can't quite shake it. And this moral ambiguity reminds me of some moments in The Sopranos. And you kind of find yourself rooting for the bad guy. He, Ryan, ends up being the leader of the Irish gang. Now, the book's got a lot of other great characters, and to say that they're colorful is an understatement. Don Winslow does a great job of describing them and giving enough of their backstory to make them genuinely believable. The backstory on Danny's mother is really great. The characters remind you a little bit of the characters in The Godfather, and that's saying a lot, but in many ways, this book reminded me of The Godfather. Another thing I liked about the book is the way Don Winslow laid out the plot and then kept the story moving. There is plenty of action, and the action is totally plausible. It was tough to put this thing down. Page turner is the word. Finally, I really liked the way he does dialogue. It's super colorful. It sounds like real people talking. And while you're reading it, you've got Goodfellas, Casino, The Sopranos. They're all running around in the back of your mind. Now, the story is modeled on the story of Helen of Troy and the Trojan War. I don't remember anywhere near enough of the details of that story to draw parallels between the Iliad and this. But maybe you can. On the whole, I found this book more satisfying than Don Winslow's other famous bestseller, The Power of the Dog. This one I thought was shorter, it was tighter, and it's an absolute pleasure to read for anybody who's a fan of novels like The Godfather. I totally recommend it. That's this Sunday's recommendation. Give it a try.